that they are there, and they are starting to kind of shade towards one side to potentially squat up for a fight.
And the interesting thing here about GTW is they have a lot of angles. They pretty much have them surrounded, and Terror Squad from India are just going to be in the middle. How are they going to get out of this? Are they going to go ahead and try to engage or loot up and get out? Because they are 1,800 meters away from the zone. The zone is very east right now, so something to go ahead and keep an eye on. At least Terror is able to go ahead and pick up some guns and is going to be able to defend themselves if they do engage with GTW.
It's going to come down to shots over there. We've got over here, it looks like, what is this, Melta Power, KWCD. Looting up, they're being cautious. They seem to be aware of someone's presence inside the compound. Waiting to see who that is. It looks like Illuminate looting up the main power building, control room. And
trying to be a little bit more cautious here. Not
JCC
trying to get caught.
is in a bit of a predicament right now.
He
doesn't even know it.
He's got to watch out because, well, at least he does have a DP-28. So if he needs extra ammo, he definitely has that to his advantage. And look at this, KWCD. They're working together. If they wanted to, they could take out this player. And keep in mind, it is going to go ahead and be FPP here, ladies and gentlemen. And now, look at this, the AKM. The AKM is a powerful gun up close and personal. So it could be to his advantage there, PB.
It's looking interesting right now for JCC. He has called out that there are people there. He's heard the footsteps, backed off a little bit, and it looks like just now they're going to announce their presence. Just as lobbing grenades into the warehouse, and Illuminate right now caught with one player out. But he has grabbed a Jeep, and he has headed off back to safety of his squad, who's got a smoke waiting for him.
He grabbed that UAC and got out of there as soon as possible. My goodness, that was actually super smart plays there by Illuminate's player. And look at this, they are on top of this building. If anything, they do have the height advantage, and they're also still looting up that Mini 14. As we've seen it, a great gun. We saw a lot of it actually on the NA finals by Beowulf currently not being here, but other players as well, like Hot Jukes and Sam from Cloud9.
You can see the GT squad here again grouping up. They've got three split one way, one the other, and this is pretty typical of what we've seen from the Asian squad so far. Six God has been spotted.
There you go, the terrorist
and he gets knocked. That's a
down.
huge kill from Anand right there. Can he take advantage? That guy is separated from his squad, so there is an opportunity here for them to go get an early finish on one of the GT Doyu
if he
squads.
decides to, this is what we're talking about. They're being too timid. At this point, he is by himself. He needs to go ahead and try to push the action. This is huge for them. I want to go ahead and see if he's able to, but look at this. They give him enough time, and now GT Doyu is starting to flank around. It looks like the terror squad, they're being a little bit too timid still. I wonder if he's going to be able to notice here this player passing by.
Man, a little bit of an unfortunate
Barely
break.
sees him
Anand getting the great kill,
go.
and it's at this point, we've had quite a delay. They've rotated all the way from the other side of the city, and well, we'll have to wait and see what's going on. He's looking both ways before he crosses the street. It appears to be clear, heading across now at this point. Akon and Ed from the side just runs right through him. So again, just being outclassed right now by the Chinese squad. GT Doyu just showing their superiority here.
And definitely outclassed, right? You want to be aggressive, but you also don't want to run out in the open like that. If you can, maybe throw a smoke or try to find a different angle, try to find some cover. If he would have maybe rushed a little bit sooner, he might have been able to go ahead and get that finish because GT Ed was not ready for that engagement.
Those players were not there.
He wasn't on top of that building. He wasn't going to get a shot
by the car, and the car went over with one player, Shushi, and picked him up. I mean, really solid tactical play from GT Doyu, and another missed opportunity for the Terror Squad.
Just very timid there from the Terror Squad, not living up to their name indeed. And look at this circle right here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, something to point out is that GT Doyu is going to have to worry about game starts when they come out. And look at this. GT God taking people down left and right with that UMP. That man has 4 times on it, and we saw it early, and boy, is this gun accurate.
That's really impressive stuff here. Six God getting avenged from his own knock here. He is not really going to want to put up with it. And look at this is the aggressive play we're talking about.
This is what we want to
have a knock, and you see immediately the squad snaps to it. They know they've got him on the ropes. Grenades come in. The vehicle rolls in. Their squad mates come in. You see him enter the house. Six God going into frag. And as you can see, he's cleared the first floor. He peeks the second floor. Nobody there.
GT Doyu knows they have him hurt, and they're going to go ahead and try to push the action. They're just going to keep on moving. They have pretty much 2 players down. They need to go ahead and get one more. And look at this. Great play by the Terror Squad as he gets in the car and gets out of there. That is maybe one of the best plays that I have seen by the team. team from India.
It's gonna keep him alive for a little bit longer as a squad, but unfortunately his teammates are left hung out to dry. Amit decides to take things into his own hands. Torpedo gets finished, and unfortunately for the Terror Squad, they are left with one member left.
And as we see that beautiful replay there, brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9, just destroying people with that UMP in the 4-time. One of these guns that I'm starting to see a lot here on this competitive games. And talking about competitive guns, we got the Mini 14, which I believe was a 6-time. I wasn't able there to double check, but Illuminate, they know they got KWCD there by Milta Power. Are they gonna go ahead and wait it out? They are in the zone, so they don't have to worry about moving.
I love how they park their cars just with that little berm in play where they have them protected. The tires aren't gonna get shot out. Nobody's really gonna take bullets at the top of the cars from range, wasting that ammo. You can see Gangstars here from the top of the ridge, hanging out just outside the zone, trying to zoom around and get in.
And as we see Sute there on the kill feed, being able to go ahead and take down one of the Arab Madness players, and Rolex goes down to Evil's Bull Shark to a grenade, and oh my god,
the car kill! Oh my goodness, Ever Fury, he is not having any of it, and he decides to go run him over. You gotta love it.
The disrespect there by GameStars. They said, you know what, we're just not even gonna go ahead and jump out. I don't want your loot. I'm just gonna go ahead and run you over and just go with it.
You know Northern George provides a lot of loot when you're not even bothering to stop and pick up that extra ammo and extra weapons, man. He just ran him over, a little kaboom, kaboom, and he is off into the distance.
Loving those sound effects. Definitely loving them. And look at this. Galaxy just pretty much waiting patiently, looting up. We have seen them in interesting spots. We saw them very northeast earlier, and it seems like they're still there. And look at this fight right here. Cloud9 going up against Evos. Cloud9 already has lost one of their teammates as Rolex did get naded and got destroyed there by Evos early in the game. Is Evos going to go ahead and try to push this? We know that the Asian teams are very aggressive. Can they go ahead and push this? Because they do have the numbers, but they have to be careful because BTR is very close by.
This is an interesting position that they find themselves in. They're not in Yasnaya this time, but again, Evos and Cloud9 finding a way to connect early, and they do exchange a few bullets, and Evo's coming out on the better end of it.
And Carnage here with the M4, he seems like he's switching it up. He does have a 4-time on it, but as we mentioned, BTR is close by.
Cloud9 sandwich. Sam taking some shots here from BTR out the backside here, and it looks like Kodo has been made aware of it. He's going to roll over. Sam with the 6 times here. Watch Sam spray if he does find somebody to connect with.
And if you can, we know that man's got some accuracy, but he has to be careful as BTR might be aware now that they're in there, so they might go ahead and be worried that they're going to go ahead and push. Now, interesting place here by Cloud9. They do have the cars inside. That's definitely going to go ahead and work to their advantage, right? And look at this, GameStars. We actually seen them there before. We've seen that play from them. They like to go ahead and go into that little dip.
Yeah, they like that berm, but they are in range right now of one of the compounds nearby, so they're going to be well hidden, so they're going to be able to peek it here. But this could be a difficult position for them rotating out. We'll see what develops as the circle closes.
They can definitely peek it, but they also have to be careful if they get pushed by teams. They do have Evos there on the other compound, pretty much just northwest, it appears. Actually, Evo's Bull Shark starts noticing those cars, and he's going to go ahead and start backing them up a little bit. He doesn't want them to get a little bit too comfortable on that area. Evo's Bull Shark just being precise there with that single fire on the M16, and he's able to get him that accuracy, ladies and gentlemen.
Not used to that kind of accuracy from range.
And this play here by Evos, they're going to go ahead and push it. They know they got a player down, ladies and gentlemen. Evos knows they have GameStars hurting. And look at this push here by Evos.
Look at the split. This is brilliant. Evos on the offensive here. Look at the angles.
The angles in the GameStars starting to realize that they're starting to get flanked. They're going to go ahead and jump on the cars. Is Sute going to be able to go ahead and get out of there as the Evil's Bull Shark is getting shot by other GameStars teammates? Interesting plays here as Evos with a beautiful flank, but luckily there for GameStars, they realize that they're in a bad spot and they push out.
Very well played by both squads there. Evo's really at another level as far as their accuracy is concerned. GameStars not used to that type of opposition. When they take that spot in North America, that's something that they're able to hold. They're able to knock people down. Evo's able to easily pick up the knock immediately, which you saw, which we we haven't seen from a lot of the teams in this tournament is immediate aggression. As soon as they picked up the knock, they went for it. They pushed Gangstars out of the spot. Gangstars, realizing they were in trouble, immediately hopped in the vehicles and see you later.
Evo's just being so aggressive. We have never seen that before. And look at
They
this.
lost their
Evo's
compound.
now gonna go up against
Look
CPT.
at this.
CPT controlling that building. Can they go ahead and just win this before CPT hand jumps in? Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. CPT going inside the building. We got Evo's outside. Evo's JC gets knocked down by CPT. He's gonna go to get finished, but CPT gets knocked down from behind. Bull short with those accurate shots. He gets knocked down from behind as well as CPT hand.
What a flank from Han. On the flank, Han takes down X as well. Evos is on the rope. Ernie is down to him.
And
Ernie goes down. This is brilliant play from CPT. They stole the compound. Extreme awareness, seeing the Evos had left it to go take on the Gangstars, and that aggressive move cost him. Check this out. C9 comes into the scene as well, trying to take advantage of a weakened CPT team.
And this is the perfect time right here. They need to go ahead and push. They had 2 players down. They only have 1 player down right now. You see Coda starting to get some shots. That man's got the AKM. Sam being able to go ahead and take another player down there from CPT. Great, wonderful plays here by Cloud9 as he knocks another player down. Cloud9 trying to take control of this compound. Kodo, actually, I believe
Carnage goes down.
Strike it down. Ladies and gentlemen, can he clutch this kill?
And he gets it.
Takes out
Cloud9
CPT.
takes the compound. They said, no way. CPT takes the compound from Evos. Cloud9 takes it from CPT. Who's next? Who's going to come flying into the next car? Is it Illuminate? We'll have to wait and see.
If you are not standing out of your seat right now at home or celebrating, my gosh, that is some of the most intense action back and forth I have seen ever.
And here it is, still under fire. Illuminate indeed does show up, and C9 in trouble. Their tires being flattened right now. They have nowhere to go. They are stuck at this point. And remember, they are a man down as they lost Rolex a little bit earlier to the grenade.
They are, and I believe they're actually 2 men down now with Kodo being up, and I believe it might have been Carnage as well. So
Carnage
actually, Kodo is the only one left from C9 there. Huge hit by C9 as they were able to actually go ahead and secure 3 kills, but you gotta go ahead and kind of think about it, right?
You know what's crazy?
Wasn't worth it.
What's crazy about this game is we've seen so much action. We've seen so many great plays, but look at how many teams are still alive.
18.
This is a huge thing. If C9 goes out now, they're going to be 18th place.
It is.
It seems like they've done a great job, right? But we're still at 18th place. So many teams left on the board.
Once we zoom out and look at that map there, brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9, you're going to realize that that was just a tiny little area in the map. There's still a lot more teams getting readied up and trying to figure out. LHW is starting to get some shots in there and starting to let them know, hey, we are here.
Really good stuff at that compound. LHW up on the cliffside now, taking a look at Big Russian Bot. Really nice stuff from him. We've got LHW Zen looking with a Car 98 down at the compound, and he is very feared with that gun.
He is.
Prefers the DMR, but he's rocking the bolt action for right now.
He's going to be able to get some shots there. We saw him being able to get some knocks earlier, and one of the LHW players is currently a little bit hurt, so we definitely saw some engagement there early by them. And I believe they were able to go ahead and knock down somebody, but they weren't able to get the finish that we're used to seeing them get.
That's absolutely right. Taking a look inside the LHW, or this is GTW's camp here. Fixing headphones and taking it easy.
Waiting patiently. He doesn't have a helmet though. One shot and that helmet is pretty much gone. Big Russian Bot, Torty here with his squad, waiting patiently. He has to watch out though. LHW knows that Torty and Big Russian Bot is there, so they definitely have to be careful about that.
Still looking through the windows. He definitely knows that he's there.
Now, one thing here you gotta keep an eye out on. They are currently on the they got the height advantage, ladies and gentlemen. So it is something good to see, right? You want to go ahead and see them have the height advantage, and we know that LHW definitely has the accuracy as well. And not only that, they have the scopes, because at this range, if you don't have any scopes, you might as well not want to go ahead and engage. You're not gonna be able to get anything, PB.
Better to stay hidden and not show yourself than peek with a red dot or a holographic sight. These guys are all rocking 4 times and 6 times scopes from range.
As we see,
check it out.
Team Terror from India here. Amit, the one that was able to get away earlier, he's still alive. And GTW has been following him all along. They're saying, we want to go ahead and make sure we finish off that team. We were able to get 3 of you. Let's see if we can maybe get the 4th one. And they're looking for him too. They're trying to figure out where he's at. They're not going inside that complex yet. Amit does have the AKM, so he is ready to rumble. Is he going to go ahead and be able to steal the car again and get away with it?
At this point in time, I wish Amit would just look out the window and just blow up their car. That would be the funniest thing in the world.
Imagine if he was actually able to go ahead and do that. Just destroy the GT squad by himself. That would just be priceless.
He got a close call there. He's able to live to fight another day, or at least live to hide another day.
And as we see Wildcard passing by RRQ here.
RRQ up on Potato Hill.
They definitely got to watch out here. RRQ being hot right now. They have the momentum. They have everything going on for them at the moment. You got to be careful with this team. I don't think at this point, PB, would you try to engage them or would you just go ahead and let them be?
I would definitely try to engage them before they get that position in the final circle. I would be trying to knock them out early because in addition to you having to perform well, you need to knock them down a peg, man. You got to have some of the other teams finish above them in order for you to gain ground.
Definitely, if you are able to knock them right now, they will pretty much finish Team 18, which will be huge for them. You're going to pretty much stop them from getting more points. You're going to stop them from getting kills there towards the end, and it will just be a huge... oh my goodness, LHW there with the car. Okay, I haven't seen that before. Actually, I have seen it, but it was by mistake.
They're packing those cars into the shelter right now, keeping them hidden.
And Illuminate now coming in. They saw a lot of gunfights here early, and they're saying, you know what, let's go ahead and go down there real quick. Although they don't seem to remember that they did blow out some of the tires of those cars. And as we see, Cloud9, the only player left from Cloud9 is Gun. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We got Full Sin, we got Hero, we got LHW nearby. Who's going to go ahead and be the first one as we see Gainstar start to shoot some people from BRK and LHW? We see them consistent. We see them knock people outside cars. Can they go ahead and do that here as Hero is trying to run away?
And look at that. Gangstars has knocked out and finished Team BRK with another subpar performance in Game 2 today. And they were definitely looking to do a little bit better.
And Kodo actually being able to go ahead and knock somebody down there. He wasn't able to get the kill, I don't believe. LHW getting some huge knocks. Actually not able to get the kills though. They're starting to get the knocks, but they're not able to finish them, which means they're not able to get points. And oh, barely misses that shot. He goes for it again.
That was millimeters away from a headshot there. Very good try from Ace.
If he would have been able to get that, it would have been insane. Look at this. Headshots, Kodo, 1 kill. All right. And something that I've been noticing too, it appears that LHW is always carrying one of those bulletproofs UAC. I'm pretty sure they might be getting that flare gun that is so famous in PUBG Mobile from Novo, calling it in. And that's actually a card that you want to go ahead and have, but you got to be careful because you can't shoot out of those cars.
No, you can't. They're very difficult to shoot out of because you can't. And they're actually not super bulletproof, so you can still shoot bullets into there and do damage. It's kind of a death trap, so I'm surprised to see that thing driving around.
I wonder if they're just mostly using it as cover. We've seen them pretty much drive around with four cars each player just having a single car to themselves. They don't mind if they get blown up as long as they can use it for cover. And look at this circle right here. Not a hard shift whatsoever as pretty much all the teams are currently inside in the Divine Mansion. Galaxy being here, trying to take control of Mansion, but they gotta watch out because they do have Torty nearby.
Torty outside the compound here, looting up a house, getting position.
Just
taking a peek at Galaxy, who's got Dudu looking out the window, Kong hanging out in the background here.
Looking for him, he does have the tree nearby, so nobody's gonna go ahead and spot him. But Torty does have that gun ready. He has the M4, and he also has a level 3 helmet. So if anything, he is gonna go ahead and be able to take some shots. But they have to watch out because the Japanese team is gonna come up from behind, and they could actually go ahead and get him. Now keep in mind, the zone is gonna go ahead and move here shortly, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks like it's gonna go ahead and be going to Yasnaya. The zone is going to Yasnaya, which means a lot of teams are currently outside the zone, PB.
Looking strong here from LH. They've got the cars down in the tunnels. and they're going to be bringing them out. Korea Winter Chicken Dinner lurking close by here. They're going to happen to see them. Yeah, they know they're there. June's got that UMP scoped in from a distance. That's been the shining weapons today. Pyra's been rocking it. June's been rocking it. We've seen some really solid UMP play from all players today.
And that's something I love seeing about LHW. They pretty much, as soon as the zone moves, they say, all right, everybody, roll up. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. We do not want to stay here whatsoever. Let's start getting our positioning in. Let's start making sure we take over a certain compound. That way we don't have to worry about moving in late once the circle starts pushing.
Did you see Kato out in the middle of nowhere, just chilling, hanging out, buying some time. He's trying to finish higher than 18. He's made his way to 17 at this point.
Not only him, but also Amit.
Yeah.
Amit, one of the players that we saw earlier. Oh! LHW, LCD, the disrespect once again. Go hits and runs over somebody. He's not even going to try to finish him up. He's just letting him know, watch out. Don't stay out for too long.
That's right. LHW prioritizing position over fragging at this point, given their position in the tournament. But oh my goodness, we got some return fire coming. Nanitu finishing off somebody with the M16 after a nice little snipe.
And if anything, that would be the best time to go ahead and push the Japanese team as they were currently outnumbered and full send exclusive, just pretty much ramming the car into the wall and getting herself inside the safe zone. And look at this, Katarina gonna go ahead and more than likely do the same thing, and LHW starting to take over this little building right here. He notices the car, he knows what's happening here. I wonder if he's gonna go ahead and try to blow out those tires so they don't get away, or just wait patiently so that he doesn't give out his position.
You know, that's one thing I figured out about the use for that armored UAZ. It's a little bit heavier. So when you run over people out in the open field, it hurts more. That's what I think the use is.
It definitely does. As Amit is currently getting shot right here. Amit doesn't have any players left, so if he gets knocked, that is going to go ahead and be it for him. He's able to go ahead and sneak up a little bit. He is currently being a snake, but ladies and gentlemen, once you're by yourself and going up against all these teams, it might be the only hope.
Galaxy coming in from Korea, being shot at by their Japanese counterparts, Solgia. Oh, can they get out of dodge? Let's see. They're going to be going right to Yasnaya, where guess who is waiting for them?
LHW, Hero, everybody, Hero. I'm pretty sure they want to go and get some kills as he is able to go and take out Galaxy. Look at him go. He knows that there's more coming. He wants to go ahead and get that finish. Here comes the smokes from the Galaxy team. I wonder if they're going to go ahead and try to push that, or if he's going to go ahead and throw that grenade, which he throws the grenade, but he throws it inside.
Wow, that was awfully close. He blew a huge chance there, but he's able to get the finish after all. Holy cow, he almost blew himself up. That was not the intention. Man, he made that a little bit more difficult than it needed to be.
It did, but in a way, it kind of turned out working for him as he was able to go ahead and rotate to a different window and get the kill that he solely needed, as Hero currently has 2 players left. And look at this, the Japanese team, I want to go ahead and see what they can do. They didn't have such a great showing on day number 1. Can they go ahead and come out and just get some more kills and get even a better placing?
RRQ just knocked Hot Jukes from Wildcard, so they're engaged somewhere. Majed just went down to the play zone, it looks like. Ooh, RRQ getting knocked. Wildcard firing back. Seagut getting the knock there.
Seagut, we know he's a good player. We know that what he can do up close and personal. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the circle has moved. LHW is going to have to move. Hero's going to have to move. Galaxy is going to have to move. All these teams that we're currently seeing on your screen are going to have to move. And they need to go ahead and do it as soon as possible, because they got 1 minute left before the circle starts moving in. And look at this. LHW is starting to take out people there. Did I see somebody from Full Sand being able to go ahead and take down somebody from LHW? LHW clears out Full Sand. Lucifer being able to get some kills as well. Siga gets taken down by Illuminate. And look at this angle that RRQ is trying to get here on Gangstars, as Gangstars is taking over that little sniper tower.
Trying to keep track of what's happening in the kill feed. It's really, really difficult, because you'll see 2 squads fighting each other, and then all of a sudden a 3rd squad knocking somebody the same one, and then a 4th squad. Everybody seems to be fighting everybody here on rotation. Looks
so
like
much action. And
Illuminate chasing RRQ right now after taking out Wildcard.
Wildcard just currently in a bad position here, as they are going to go ahead and start being surrounded, and they're not going to be able to get that much cover. But RRQ does notice a player laying down. He takes those shots there, and he's going to go ahead and make sure he finishes them with that mini 14. And that 6th time that we see so much love. He backs. He says, you know what? Let me go. I'm not going to go ahead and finish you off yet. He's not standing up. He's just staying there. He's able to
Amit just got a kill as well, taking out Nanitu from Japan.
Amit definitely putting up the firepower there for the terror squad as Outsiders getting caught out once again. He is known to overextend a little bit. Outsider needs to back up a little bit more, because if not, he's gonna go ahead and get picked apart here as RRQ has his eyesight straight on him. And ladies and gentlemen, he wasn't able to find any cover as we're seeing LHW take out somebody from Gainstars as well.
RRQ really, really impressive there with that Mini 14. G9 just not missing very many shots at all. Knocking 3 different teams there. That was really, really impressive.
And interesting stuff by Amit. Amit is now starting to push towards the zone, and RRQ Senior with the clutch that we saw from yesterday.
Another kill from RRQ G9. Great work with that Mini.
Sitting at 8 kills, PB, and there's still 24 people left, ladies and gentlemen. So they can definitely go ahead and start racking up the kills here, something that they are known for. And look at this, Gainstars.
Look at the position of Gainstars.
Looking interesting here.
They are in the middle of this zone for now, but we do have a new zone developing, and nothing is currently inside of it. It's kind of interesting.
The longest kill distance here is by RRQG9 with 267 meters. Is he going to be able to go ahead and continue that trend, though? Because now GTW has spotted them, and GTW needs to go ahead and get this finish if they want to go ahead and move up on the leaderboard. They want to go ahead and just clear out RRQ. This is what they want, and they do just die. They do just that with the M4.
They've got a little bit of time, though, before the zone does collapse, but they're in a problematic spot right now. Gangstar's trying to move their way in using their smokes to their advantage. Everfury's going to get knocked here. Everfury goes down to 6 God. Smoke just a little bit late. He's able to get popped there. Trying to grab some cover. He's found him. Can he connect for the win?
He's still shooting him even though he's through his smoke. You gotta go ahead and move around. LHW currently trying to control this compound as GTW is pretty much fighting off Gainstars and also RRQ.
Look at this, Arab Madness making an appearance here in the top 7. King still alive, as well as the rest of his squad over to the side here.
Ooh, Aaron Manis gets taken down there by LHW, and more than likely he's not going to be able to get picked up because the zone is now starting to move up. Aaron Manis King with the DP28 starting to push up as well. LHW is going to go ahead and have to sacrifice some players here as this zone is coming in. GTW is going to go ahead and come up as well. Is he going to be able to go ahead and get out of that zone? Aaron Manis goes down to GTW.
Again, GTW with the superior positioning in every final zone so far. LHW again doesn't get the final circle, looking strong all game, but unable to get into the final zone. Ace goes down. They're down to 1 more member. It looks like Zen is trying to get his way in. He does do so, healing up at this point, but they are in a load of trouble.
Gainsters Angry gets taken out there by the Japanese team. Look at Fire waiting patiently by himself inside the smoke area. And the Japanese team looking very strong here as they are actually trying to secure their highest placing so far in the tournament.
Japan looking really good right now. Couple of members left. One of them is knocked, though, at this point. Again, 6 teams left, but only 13 alive, so not much more than 2 per team at this point. A lot of individuals crawling around, and you've got Illuminate here with 2 to their name. JCZ and Maroon 5 trying to clutch it out for him.
GTW getting taken out by LHW. RRQ seeing that, and they're also start shooting at them. There you go. There goes some players there from GTW. Is LHW going to go ahead and push the action a little bit here as they're getting bombed?
Huge grenade there. Nice work from Zen. LHW ending the game for their counterparts there. They will be moving on, and that is huge for them as they're trying to put some distance between them and GTW in the standings.
They are, and look at that. Beautiful shot there by RRQ Sung as he was able to go ahead and get some knocks. And LHW Ace, is he going to be able to get out of there? Barely with 5 HP. He's going to go ahead and be able to go ahead and take out somebody. Illuminate Maroon 5.
Ace goes down. Pyra getting a kill there on Illuminate JCZ. Pyra is really, really trying to clutch this. Look at this. Gets the finish. Nice job. He's gotten himself into the top 3.
Pyra, finally the North American team being able to go into the top 3. Can Pyra go ahead and just secure another top 2 spot? RRQ still looking dominant. They're looking for that 4th win in a row. They do have 3 members left. They're going up against the Japanese team in Pyra, which is by himself.
Interesting tactics here from RRQ. They're very, very split, which could prove a little bit interesting. We've got ourselves Gangstars hanging out in the smoke right now. And they seem to know that. Grenades coming in. He's in the blue zone, trying to outlast, trying to med. Japan with 2 members left, really trying to figure out what's going on. And look at this, RRQ He's got the
RRQ just
kill.
waiting patiently.
Pyra
They're
goes
starting to
down.
go ahead and push the action. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. RRQ sees him, and he goes
Four
in and
in
finishes
a
him.
row.
4 in a row, ladies and gentlemen. RRQ is showing us what they're made of, and they are trying to make sure they start winning it from freaking day number 2.
Four
What an
in a
impressive
row.
play.
Unbelievable stuff here. RRQ Athena, welcome back to the stage once again. They're getting used to talking to these guys. 13 kills in this one to wrap up the chicken dinner. But really proud of Team Japan making an appearance in the top 2. Nice job to them. Doggy, Salgia, Kandanatu, and Leshy all making their way into that second place spot. And then we see our first appearance from a North American squad in the top 3, and that is Gangstars with Pyro really going clutch at the end. Almost made it to the top 2. Got taken out just in time.
Absolutely monumental. I cannot believe what we are watching here from RRQ. What a performance so far. 4 chicken dinners in a row. It's unheard of.
It's insane. With this caliber of competition, this many teams involved, to win 4 in a row is making a major statement. We played 6 games. We're halfway through the tournament. RRQ Athena in firm control right now of the whole competition. They are eyeballing that $200,000 first place prize.
I don't think they will mind taking that home, but something I do love seeing there, we gotta give credit to Pyra, as he was the last player there from Gangstars. We're able to go ahead and hold it off. So Pyra, I see you there, baby. Give me some love. Pyra being able to go ahead and just hold people up, even getting a couple kills there. Love seeing that, man.
Definitely a little shock on his face. They're having a good time. Gangstars happy with their 3rd place in that one. A really, really solid performance from them. Really happy to see them do well.
I'll tell you something, boys. Every single game, I'm taking notes. I'm studiously thinking, what are we going to talk about and stuff like that. After the first 2 teams died, I decided to stop taking notes as we take a look at the highlights here from game number 6, brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9. And guys, the highlights are coming up, but I just want to talk all day about that compound with Evos being there, then CPT, then C9, then Illuminate shooting down at them. It was phenomenal stuff.
That was easily the coolest moment of the tournament so far. Just one squad after another trying to take advantage of a weakened opponent. Many props to that, we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, we see Terror on the passive once again. GT Doyu not putting up with it. We got the car kills out of the open. That was insane.
That was my reaction too. I was just looking like that once I saw Gangstars run over somebody in this action right here. CPT against Evos. CPT had pretty much just being able to go ahead and come out and destroy some people there from Evos after Evos was almost trying to go ahead and wipe out Gangstars.
Beautiful play from Han to get the squad wipe, but then C9 took advantage of the fact he was now out of position away from his squad. They came in, snuck in, took it out. Kodo being the last one alive from his squad, getting it out, and Carnage unfortunately getting finished. Kodo's the last one left, and then C9 being pushed out as well. Unreal sequence.
Definitely being able to go ahead and win Sanity, that engagement right there. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and just point out that Evil's play where they just pretty much go ahead and push Gangstars, because that was just wow. And RRQ once again with the steady shots, that Mini 14
MVP of the match right here, G9. The Mini 14 just completely picking apart player after player from range, 267 meters on that shot right there. Dude was absolutely on fire with the Mini.
Definitely wasn't. Look at Aaron Madness right here. He was able to go ahead and take out 2 players from LHW, it appeared, but he wasn't able to go ahead and get the finishes.
There he is again.
Just taking people down left and right. RRQ looking way too strong right now, ladies and gentlemen. Is anybody going to be able to stop them, or are they just going to go ahead and keep on winning?
It's going to be so difficult to contend with them for sure. And again, though, I still want to come back to... It had probably about 3 or 4 moments where it was the best moment of the tournament, because we had, actually Gangstars originally, they took, and this is important to know, they took one of the strongest defilades in the entire map, where they are very comfortable of holding usually, but Evos completely turned that on the head, and then by the time they come back, talk to me about it, boys.
It really did. X holding a position in the compound there, sees the Gangstars players peeking, and immediately gets that knock with the M16, and they pushed the position pronto. They wasted no time, flushed them out. Gangstars realizing, oh crap, we're not hidden anymore behind these berms. The other team had an angle on them. They grabbed the vehicles, and they took off.
My jaw dropped. Seven, you watched me.
We were both looking at
me.
each other saying, did they just do that to them?
It was insane. But hey, that decision to leave and take off, well, look at it. It paid
Yeah,
off for
it definitely paid off for
Gangstars.
Gangstars, as they were pretty much able to get away from that. But huge plays there by Evos, as they're pretty much just were able to back him up and say, hey, you're not in North America right now. You are in Dubai, baby. This is the global finals.
Let's check in with the kill rankings from that game. As you can see here, LHW overall 73 kills to their name. RRQ with 64, but it doesn't matter because it's all about those 4 chicken dinners that they've been able to accrue while getting those kills as well. Just massive plays coming out from them.
So many kills from LHW. They definitely have a leg up on everybody here. I'm curious to see if they're going to get blessed with a zone maybe once in the final 6 games here. So far, they have not been lucky going into that final circle. Look at the number of kills, though, from each of their players.
Yeah.
And something that I noticed there from the team kills is that Gangstars is slowly but surely starting to creep up. They are now on the 5th spot of kills, something that I do like seeing there. They're starting to wake up, and LHW, just the players alone being too dominant.
I like that we had a clash of sharks as well in that final game. LH and GT going up against one another, trying to eliminate each other, and this G9 going up against Pyra in terms of those stat kills, and overall, again, kind of big plays coming out from both of these guys.
Pyra been absolutely clutch so far with the UMP, and he was able to get some sweet kills with the AK there at the end, kind of hanging out in the blue zone, trying to man up. Unfortunately, he got spot taken out, but G9 really impressive that game, like super impressive with the Mini 14, a masterful display of that weapon.
And these are the standings here for round 6. We see RRQ Athena with 691 points, and Team Japan, actually one of the teams that wasn't. This is by far their best placing of the tournament. With 2nd place, they were able to also get some kills with 470 points total. I love seeing that there by Team Japan.
Yeah, if you consider that they came into the day as 17th with 550 points, just from this game alone, they doubled basically what they've got from day one, which is nice.
Big shout out to Amit from the Terror.
Yes.
He got his team all the way up to 9th spot after being threatened as the very first to go out. So that's a huge testament to him and his survivability over the course of that match.
I actually want to roll it back to that moment, though, because I think that, them getting that knock on 6 card at the beginning, if they'd been a little bit more aggressive, they could have potentially actually done some damage there to them.
If they would have pushed the action from the get-go before GTW would have gotten comfortable with it, they could have gone ahead and get those kills. Luckily for Amit, he was able to go ahead and use those smokes and just run with it. But as we see there, RRQ Athena almost 1,000 points ahead of everybody.
Like the Burj Khalifa itself, towering above 2nd place at the moment. Who is going to be able to stop RRQ? That is massive distance ahead of even 2nd place.
It's insane how much of a gap there is right now. As you can see, the Chinese and the Thai teams dominating the top 6 spots. And it goes Thailand, China, Thailand. And then you see North America creeping up finally into the number 7 spot.